Okay, let's talk about the one thing that most people never ever want to talk about or do when they're weightlifting or when they're bodybuilding, unless you're serious about it. But just for the average Joes, and that is the dreaded D word, the diet. I have learned firsthand that you can go in the gym and you can lift a lot of weight and you can do the right things in the gym and you can go 5 days a week and you can do all that stuff. And if your diet is shitty, if you're eating shit, you're gonna look like shit. All right, you may not feel like shit, but you're gonna look like shit. For instance, in high school, I wrestled at 119 my first year. I wrestled at 130, 125, 130 the next. Okay, and I weigh 165 now. All right. There was a long time where I just did what the fuck I wanted to do. Right. I drank soda 3 times a day. There was 1 month of my life, and I believe it was probably like 3 years ago, where I ate McDonald's once a week for a month probably. I didn't do the thing that the guy did, the movie where he ate it 3 times a day. I ate once a day, but my diet went to shit. I looked terrible, and I've got a gut now that I'm desperately trying to get rid of. I've had this beer belly, if you want to call it, for far too long, and it's tight. I can flex it and it's tight. I don't know, man. You hear a lot of people say everybody has six-pack abs, they just got to lower that body fat percentage. You will never get down to that body fat percentage if your diet looks like shit. I don't know all the answers. I don't know everything about food or nutrition, but I do know this, all right? When you're trying to build muscle and get lean, right, protein is super important, right? Some people will say 1 gram per pound of body fat. Some people will say 70 to 80. Some people will say 1.5 times, right? One's obviously the middle ground. So shoot for 1. If you weigh 170, try and take in 170 grams of protein per day, right? Per day. That's where protein shakes come in handy. 1 scoop, 24 grams. You do a 2-scoop shake 3 times a day, and that's practically 150 grams of protein. You're already there, right? Carbs. Carbs are good. This is what I do. I eat a majority of my carbs early in the day for breakfast. I don't eat them late in the day, especially for dinner. And I eat good complex carbohydrates. If you're the guy that wants to eat carbs after your workout, I don't really go for a whole lot of carbs after my workout. But if you do, you want quick digesting carbs because you want to refuel your body for all the energy that you just lost. Carbs are your energy source, not protein. So people that want to cut out the carbs and go protein, if you're tired, if you're sleepy, you need some carbohydrates. You need some. Not a whole lot, though, if you want to cut down and lose that body fat. So that's what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with, first of all, the carbohydrate intake because I get bad cravings, but the sugar intake too. The 2 most important things, man, stay away from the sugars. Your sodas, your candy bars, all that junk, man. Like, sodas will kill you if you drink them long enough. Like, sugar's terrible for you in excess. A little bit of sugar is okay, a little bit. But, man, you look at a Coke can. I think a 12-ounce Coke can has 29 grams of sugar in one 12-ounce can. Some people can put 5 of those away in a day. That's 125 grams of sugar just from soda. That's terrible. If you want a good diet, if you want to lose that fat, you got to get away from the sodas and the sugars. You got to keep your carbs low. Some guys, I'm sure, can take in a shit ton of carbs, probably 400, right? 300 to 400, and somehow stay lean, right? Other guys got to hit that 50 to 150 area. That's where I'm at. I'm taking in no more than 100 to 150 carbs a day because I'm trying to get rid of this gut, all right? And just to kind of let everyone know, I'm not aiming towards a bodybuilding competition. I'm not aiming towards the beach. I would like to go on vacation, but I don't have any plans of being on the beach. I live in Oklahoma. I really just want to look in the mirror and say, that's a good-looking dude. Damn, that's a good-looking guy. You know what I mean? And right now, there are gains that I'm starting to notice. I can hit the trap and the shoulder flex, and I can see definition, right? My arms are bigger. My arms are tighter. My chest is tighter, right? And the abs obviously are there too, but you can't see them because of the body fat percentages, and the only way to get that shit down is your diet and cardio, right? High protein, cut the carbs back, cut the sugars out, and I can't reiterate that enough. That right there is gonna ruin a lot of people's diet. They think a soda here is okay, or a soda here is okay, or a candy bar here is okay. And for lean guys that have quick metabolisms, sweet. I don't, right? I got to cut that shit out completely. And, there's studies out there that show women or men that change nothing about their diet except for sugar intake, like in liquids, that went to straight water. People that went 30 days just drinking water had dramatic improvements in their weight. So obviously, this speaks volumes. You know what I mean? Like Coca-Cola will clean a rusty screw if you leave it in there long enough. That shit ain't good for your insides. So get it out. Cardio, high protein, low carbs, low to no sugar, and hit the gym smart, and you're good. That's pretty much it. If anybody has any tips on diet, what they do, what they eat, holler at me, post it in the comments. Let's get some ideas flowing, because I would love all the input necessary. But I don't know. That's the biggest thing I struggle with. So any input would be awesome for sure. So holler at me. Let me know.